I can't believe they call this one last kill. There's like, his body counts at what, 25 now already? Bro, you died by that. You died by Bic. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka GeekXX Chic, and we are here with a special episode, special feature, if you will, from the Marvelverse, specifically the Daredevil world, and that is The Punisher. One last kill. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know this was coming out. I feel like there was no ads for this. Maybe I missed them, but here we are. We've got a Frank Castle special, and hello, we got to check it out, right? So yes, I've loved how they've done The Punisher. I loved how they did it on Netflix. I love how they've done it on Disney Plus. This character has been, I mean, even before I thought it was a very intriguing character, but I really think that what they've done with it in the TV series with Jon Bernthal bringing it to life, it's just been so much fun to watch this character who is very much a somewhat of an anti-hero in the Marvelverse. But anyway, as I said, I don't really know about this. I didn't even realize it was coming out, so I'm not sure where the premise is. I'm not sure even where it falls on the timeline of what we've been seeing. I gotta think it's still gonna be tying into Daredevil somewhat because that's kind of what's going on Disney Plus right now. But like I said, I'm not sure if this is gonna be before the events of season 2, before the events of season 1, somewhere in between. I'm not sure, but we're about to find out. So I'm not gonna say much else because I don't know what this is about. So we're gonna jump right in. Just before I do though, please do hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. You know, your girl watches a lot of Marvel here. So if you wanna be around for that journey, please do join the fam. And if you'd like to catch this reaction uncut, you can do so on my Patreon. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode or the special right now. I wonder who is going to be in here. Maybe Karen? Okay, my name's Jon Bernthal and I work out. I get it. But if I know Frank very well, he'd prefer to feel that pain than the mess that's in his head. You know, Bernthal's probably doing those for real, for real. Wow. All right, we saw him popping pills in Daredevil season 1. He never explained what they were. Oh, wash them down with booze. That's not a healthy combo. Yes, that's probably healthy, actually. Can I just say I'm loving the beard? We don't see a lot of full beards in Hollywood.
Citizens alike are reacting to the rise of brazen crime in the Little Sicily neighborhood.
Why?
You can say what you want about the new G's, but at least they kept it peaceful.
Okay, gangs, I guess, or mafioso. Let the puppy. Someone help my man.
This way, Camo. Look like
Camo.
Mussolini, Fettuccine, Scalapini.
Those are the official lyrics, guys. Look them up. Cute puppy.
Ding dong!
What the hell? I knew it too. I'm like, someone's gonna come and mess with this man because he's minding his business. Not that I knew it. Something told me someone's gonna come and take the dog. I just knew it.
Put my dog down!
This is awful. I need you to dial. Frank, immediately. I don't care what his backstory is. Oh, he needs to be tortured first. I'm sorry, my man. I'm so sorry.
Whoever shall I strive to maintain the tremendous...
Maybe this is why he was taking the meds, so these people go away?
The title, Recon Marine, is my honor.
His buddies.
Nothing left to do.
And that's why he's losing it.
To quit. To surrender. Just to feel.
Baby, this war was not supposed to be forever, though. I love that they showed... Why? Ow. What the titty do? Yeah, I love that they show that there's different ways to process PTSD. And for Frank, when he had missions, he was able to suppress because he had other things to focus on. And now that he's supposed to be calm, he can't handle the silence.
I think I need some help.
I think so, too.
I think I need some help.
First step.
Okay.
The way I can't remember from The Punisher if Curtis is still here. I know he got kidnapped, I think. It's been so long since I watched. Oh, I wonder if he's gonna run into those dog killers because they deserve to meet Frank today.
You're making my heart, not breaking it, right? All right, good girl, good girl.
She's so cute. Please protect her.
Neighborhood still spinning from the deaths of the notorious Nucci crime family.
Oh.
Violence and tension.
Filthy! Filthy! Filthy!
Dennis,
Former
over
veteran
there.
turned
Stop
vigilante.
cutting
Can you
my
imagine
eyes.
having to run a business with this?
Were one of the last criminal organizations linked to his family's death.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like something Frank would do. Oh, he's right there in plain sight. Look at him. No one recognizes him with the beard. That little girl's gonna recognize him, though.
They're coming in.
Exactly. Please don't kill me, crazy. Hi, nice man. Just remember I waved and smiled at you when you would go on your killing spree.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. It's on me. Sorry about the whole commotion.
You still deserve your money, sir, for running this business in this neighborhood when there's clearly just psychosis going on in the street. So you're not afraid of getting tetanus or nothing, Frank? What was that look for? That looks like someone was following you. I'm trying to figure out, was Frank inside the cage yet from Kingpin at this point? That would explain a lot. Oh, wow, he just walked right by them. Probably for the best, in the sense of not going to jail today. And you know what? I love that they're showing this because Frank was never that type of vigilante either. He wasn't about like looking like Daredevil will be all over these streets. Damn, I wonder if he's feeling this way because he's realizing that the Nucci's, while a problem for obvious reasons, we're actually keeping some level of order here. Oh, I love how they show the sounds of the streets mixing with his PTSD and his recall. Damn. Here's the car again. They're clearly wanting you to see them, so. Oh, he went to see his family. Remember this scene in Daredevil when him and Daredevil were here?
I took a yarn for you. 3 strokes, baby. You were out. That was it.
Daddies can do that.
I don't know what to do. There was nothing left to do.
And that is why he's completely losing it right now.
I'm tired.
Oh, that kind of tired. It's really not you though, Frank. At least not this way.
Sorry, baby.
Yeah, this is not you, Frank. You are not that kind of exit kind of guy. I see you sooner losing your life via alcoholism and pills than this. And what's eating Frank up more than the death of his family is the regret over not spending as much time with them as he could have. As we learned in the Punisher series, if you saw it, he would often choose to go and be deployed rather than stay home because he felt like he couldn't handle the quiet. One batch, two batch. That was the name of the episode that he was at the last time he was at the graveyard. Yeah. With all that he's seen, it would all be visceral for him. Yeah, there it is, the guilt.
Okay, Daddy?
Wow. The hallucinations are strong. I have a feeling that's what the meds were probably for. She's saying, not yet. Don't go out like this.
No! Baby, come back!
Sorry, I know this is actually a very emotional moment. I'm just thinking that, there's already a meme of him going no repeatedly, and I feel like this is going to be another one. They're doing a very good job of painting how tortured Frank is.
All done. Nothing left to do. Poor Frank.
I mean, poor everybody else, honestly. Okay, I feel like that's actually real. He's not hallucinating that car. So who is it? Are you looking at the former you, Frank? Is this your subconscious telling you to put the suit back on? Why is the courtyard empty? That was bustling when he left.
Sorry if I startled you.
They cleared it.
The cute kid. Too bad he has to grow up in such filth. Can I tell you a small story?
If you have a point, you should get to it quickly.
Loneliness. It's like a hunger. A dreadful, nasty, ever-present hunger you just can't shake.
Ma'am, who are you? But accurate.
Given his line of work, I was surprised it didn't happen sooner.
That's funny. Damn. Execution style. Maybe get out of the pool.
He was a great policeman. He solved many capers that others just never could.
That's police work? If you say so. Did you kill them, Frank? I'm trying to figure out if she's...
He was butchered.
Okay. Mo, close your mouth. Got all of his O negative right on your tongue?
He lit up every room that he ever walked in.
Your family looked mighty greasy. Maybe this was Frank, actually. I see Nucci's here, so maybe it was him.
My beautiful Carla. Whatever the rumor said, I knew he never touched a single one of those kids.
Huh? Oh no, your family needed to die from the sounds of things.
His mind was his weapon. 6:47. A time that will be seared into my heart.
In your Maybach?
You took everything.
That axe was not like him usually, but... Well... As they say, ma'am, something about them tables.
He only wanted to make sure that I was okay, that I wasn't afraid.
Okay.
Ma, he said to me.
Damn! That was visceral.
Forgot about one thing.
Why are you in my breath? Or my face with your breath?
You forgot about me. Didn't you?
I don't think he cared about you or he would have killed you. Okay.
Every madman, crook, and killer in this neighborhood all worked for us, Frank. At 6:47 p.m., this location will be shared.
So all the people in this building?
They will kill anything that gets in there where you made your bed, rot in it.
Oh, well, thank you. You gave him a purpose, Meemaw.
And when that final moment comes...
It won't be for you to see, ma'am.
No, it was the Nuccis who did it.
Girl, you're one Nucci. What are you talking about?
I'm the one who's doing the punishing now.
Wow. You did all that just so you could say that speech?
I'm gonna watch you die, Frank.
You really aren't, ma'am. You look like you're 2 seconds and 1 pack of cigarettes away from the grave yourself. Yeah, you give him a purpose though, thank you. He was just sitting in a graveyard just like an hour ago being like, I have no purpose. I don't know what to do. You've got something to do now. You gotta waste what's left of the Nucci family. The lesson here, folks, you gotta finish it all the way. Leaving the youngest son would have been a smarter move than leaving the wife. You can't kill a woman's kid in front of her and think she's not gonna come for you.
Couldn't wait to get back out there.
Didn't I say that earlier?
Chose it over them.
Yep, this is what's actually keeping him up at night.
Husband, that was a costume. I couldn't wait to get back where it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you? You failed your family and now you're failing.
Why are they all wearing the same hoodie? I just realized.
I shall never quit.
What's on the hoodie?
Are you here?
He's got to ask that question now.
Come here. Come here.
I don't know if this is real. I feel like it's not.
What time is it?
It's almost 6:47. Get your shit together, she's saying. For the record, I'm not a big Karen fan, but I've always thought that Karen and Frank make way more sense than Karen and Matt. The chemistry these two have is... You know what you gotta do, Frank. This is gonna be like 30 minutes of him murdering people, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Yeah, the problem is, like I said, the people in this building are gonna pay. He can't hide. Oh, they're about to set your place on fire, sir. Oh, babies? Oh, that's what's gonna be his trigger. You're not gonna take out kids on his watch. Man on fire. Literally and symbolically in this case. Stop, drop, and roll, Frankie. He's really going out there with nothing but a knife. Pray for the souls. But not really, though. Most of these people are trash. They did this in Punisher. With the music not matching the insane violence that's happening right now. Oh, Frank's been needing to do this. He's like, all these killing skills just sitting in my body, rotten. Sorry, ma'am, that's trauma for life. Cover your kid's eyes. Oh, 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 a bat? You came at Frank with a bat? Her house is all messed up. Yep. Ooh, not the axe. Both edges of the axe. Wow, automatic weapons. Yeah, welcome to Merca. Heavy on the Merc. Fight. Oh, she can never move back there. Why'd that explode? Was that his apartment? That's his apartment, right? I didn't know these were 2-level apartments. That's crazy. All these people. That old hag's gonna be somewhere nearby, though. He's assessed. Oh, God. He's like assessing immediate threats first. Damn. His kneecap's supposed to be made of iron. It's the hurting shots and then the kill shots with him. Like, he loves letting them hurt first. Ma'am's like, I live here, I swear to God, here's my ID.
How many kills you got, Frank?
Yeah, that's why you don't take time torturing them first. Headshots only. Clearly, well, you know, the woman said they were desperate, but they're clearly dumb because anybody who saw the Frank's track record would never sign up for this. I look at how many things he's been through between war and the fact that he took out multiple mafias, gangs, and Russian overlords, and I'd be like, you know what? He's still here. They're not. How about no? Once again, he did not need to do a chest and a headshot. 2 bullets. He could have used 1. 3. Better grab that one too. See? Getting fancy with it. But that's kind of his thing. He likes to punish them first. I can't believe they call this one last kill. There's like, his body counts are what, 25 now already? I'm wondering if the cops will even show up for this. Clearly they've not been to that neighborhood since the Nucci's died. Come on, you little, okay. Thank you for creating a situation where you're taking you out one at a time. What'd you get? Ooh, you got grazed? How dare you? That man's body is like a stained glass window. You thought you'd go hand to hand? Are you insane? Ooh, yeah. Using a rifle as a bat is nuts. Grab the axe, maybe. Look at me critiquing like I wouldn't have been dead in the first 2 seconds. Thigh meat. See? Why 3 bullets, Frank? Oh, my back. His back gonna hurt. Oh, yeah, ow. Oh, yeah, I felt that. That's right across the lat meat, the lats. Yeah, he's like, I'm starting to remember I'm over 40. I knew, did I tell you she'd be nearby? You could take her out now if you wanted, but what's the fun in that? Twice on the same lat? Brady's like, seriously? You are not me. You can't do that. Oh, where are you going, ma'am? I thought you were going to watch it all go down. That was a batter up if I ever saw one. Oh, not his favorite coffee shop. Is his baby girl there? I don't think he's got the luxury of getting... Oh, where are you going? I thought you were going to watch it go down, ma'am. Yeah, he's going to go back and help that little girl, which shows that he's grown. I love that they showed how he started to zero in on her because she's the problem, but he has things to protect now. He doesn't realize it, but he does. You can get her later, Frank. She ain't going for anywhere but the grave. She's already, even without your help, she's already 2 steps in. I know she's confused. She's like, aren't you? Oh, weapon. This is literally like a video game. Loot, grab weapons, keep going. Sorry, baby girl, you're going to be traumatized though. Yeah, you deserve that. Going after kids? Are you out of your fucking mind? Oh, so extra, Frank. Yep. Ow! Oh, God. Find a place to hole up and stay there. Calm down, skinhead nation. You can use that thick ass chain around his neck to choke him. In the titty? You got stabbed in the titty? What is, there's so much aggression about on the chest and titty meat. Between Frank stabbing up his titty and us stabbing people in the titty. Bro, you died by that. You died by Bic. Oh, yeah, that's gonna sting right in the same tat, huh? He might have tetanus. Oh, that's what you need to. That's what you've got to do. Is it over? Anyways, y'all need to go somewhere safe. Are you okay, sweetheart? You okay, baby? Wait. Dad is rightfully weary. She never was scared of him, though.
This is for you.
What is it? Aw, it's a little paper flower. I don't know why that's making me tear up a little bit. That's so sweet. She's so cute. Yeah, let's go to the hospital. Daddy's bleeding. He's like, free coffee for life.
Thank you. He's a good one. He's a good. It's okay.
Like when I tell you that the reason this happened is because of me.
Thank you.
Frank didn't do it for the thanks. He's gonna treasure that flower forever. Oh, how nice of you to show up, officers. Just in the middle of the road, bro? You making room for your paper flower? In another world, her and Lisa could have been friends, although Lisa would be like a teenager now, but.
I met somebody today.
Mm.
I think maybe you were with me today. Maybe.
They're always with you, Frankie. You just need to stop thinking about their worst moments. Well, since that's still there, you might need it in this case. So you take care of that. She needs to be taken care of. She endangered an entire apartment building for no damn reason. They were not the problem.
Maybe I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah. It's always been you, Frank. You're not a quitter like that.
One batch, two batch, petty and dime. I love you, baby girl.
She knew.
One batch.
That's what he was when we ended the episode with him and Daredevil 2 saying that same story in the same place.
What gate?
32B.
Are we still not going to avenge the dog killers from the beginning?
And the other one speaks.
I knew we were circling. Oh, thank God. Thank you. They just, when I saw these people walking, I'm like, I know we didn't have that moment in the beginning for anything, not just to traumatize me. So you kill dogs? Oh, I thought you were a badass killing dogs. Now you shaking? Tell him he killed your dog.
That's not the only thing he took from me.
Period. Oh, you running now, ho? Period. That's for, I don't remember the dog's name, but that's for Fluffy. He's like, should I do it? He said, for Fluffy, do that shit. Ho, world don't need him. Written by John Bernthal. Feels like something Johnny would write. Well, guys, that was one last kill, and it was so many more than one. So many more. But I'm going to go ahead and guess that that one last was in reference to Frank thinking that he was going to be the last kill. This wasn't very long, but again, I think this was just a little journey into just how messed up Frank Castle is. And again, if you're a comic fan, you already know this. If you watch the Daredevil series from Netflix, you know this. You watch the Punisher series, you know this. And I think they've kind of definitely delved into it. But this one, I think, gave us a much more visceral look at what he's dealing with almost 24/7. And this is particularly when he doesn't have somewhere to focus his attention. And that's the case with a lot of people who are dealing with trauma. It's something where, you know, again, depending on the level of PTSD you're suffering from, for some people it gets so bad it's paralyzing and there's nothing they can do but focus on it. But for many of us, we become functioning trauma victims, right? In the sense of if we've got something to focus on, things that are more immediate, we put our attention there and the trauma kind of tends to get backburnered by your mind, by your subconscious, and you're able to kind of get through your life and do things. And then it's only when you get quiet, when you have time to kind of be idle and you don't really have things that are immediately taking your attention or taking precedence, that trauma's like, oh, hey, by the way, we're still here. Remember us? Yeah, you haven't dealt with us yet, right? And so it'll come back. And for some people, it's crushing. It's absolutely debilitating. In Frank's case, that's exactly what's happening. And for valid reason, right? It's not just his family. Like the family was, I would say, his breaking. Like that was the straw that broke his sanity's back, was losing his family like that. But I'm thinking as well, even though Frank's damn good at his job when he was still actively serving, there's trauma from that. I don't know of a single veteran who's served in an active war or had to do things like Frank had to do that did not come back with a big suitcase of trauma after that. Like your brain chemistry is altered unless you were already crazy, right? So Frank has all of that as well that he is carrying on top of the fact that he feels like he failed his family. And as I said before, the trauma from his job is secondary to him. him. Like, I feel like he'd be much more able to deal with that. And I do think he compartmentalizes that trauma a lot more. But really what keeps him up at night, the real crux of what is driving this self-harming, this self-deprecating, this hatred, this venomous fury that's in him is his guilt. And they talked about this more in the Punisher series, as I said before, of him, the guilt that he was feeling, because just like Karen said in that little, his little visage of Karen, you chose your job time and time again. You chose to be away from your family because you felt like a complete imposter when you were with them, right? And I said in the Punisher series, he talks about that. He talks about that. Was he saying it? I think he said it either to Matt. I think he said it out loud to Matt, I should say. And I think he also told it to Curtis. But either way, he talks about how when he was at home, he always felt like he didn't belong there. Like the quiet, the mundane day-to-day stuff, he could stand it for maybe a few months, and then he felt like he was itching, like he needed to get back out there because he felt like where he was supposed to be, or the real him, was the guy that went out there and did the stuff that we saw in this special installment here, right? Like my take on it is that once Frank kind of went out and did the worst of what he's done, and there's a lot, the list is long. I think what his problem initially was that when he came home, now that he's got his wife and his kids and they're clean and they're pure and they're innocent, and they're just kind of living these really nice normal lives completely free of any type of bloodshed. And then you got Frank, who was sent to these places to do vile things, violent and vile things, inhumane things. He didn't just kill, he tortured, right? The way he kills is the way they've always choreographed Frank's fighting and execution style. Didn't I say it multiple times during the show? Frank could have killed his targets, so many of them he could have killed them immediately. He has the skills, right? We know that Frank knows how to execute somebody in less than a couple of seconds, just whether it's with a gun or any other weapon he's got. But he always goes for pain first. He goes for suffering first. If he had his way, he would let them slowly bleed out if he could. Like, it's always about punishing people before he executes them, unless of course he's low on bullets and then he doesn't have a choice. So to do that, you have to be in a certain mind to even think like that. And I would even venture to say there's a tiny bit of him that enjoys that side of himself. And the fact that he knows that and knows what he's done, he felt like he didn't deserve to be around his clean, sweet, innocent family, right? I feel like he felt like, he was the dirty thing in their clean home. I really think that's where it came from, his whole I can't be at home right now. And also the fact that he couldn't talk to them about it. He didn't feel like he had to dissociate to be at home, because again, how do you sit down with your wife after, the kids are in bed and you're sitting there, drinking a glass of wine in front of the fire. And it's like, oh, so how did your tour go? Well, I cut a man's chest open with my knife, and then I slowly pulled out his nails and then listened to him scream while I tortured him till it give me, like, you can't talk about that. You can't talk about the fact that he dropped 100 bodies, right? Because any other person would be horrified to hear that their partner did that. Like, and to be fair, I do think his wife probably knew that he did things that were not nice, but I don't think she ever thought that he was capable of what he was capable of, right? Frank was very, very cautious about not letting that side of himself be seen. And again, is that right or wrong? I don't know. I don't know if there's a right playbook of being with someone who does what he does, but all that to say that Frank never felt like he belonged in his home after he kind of went and did the worst that he did. So he would always choose to leave. And of course he did so because subconsciously he told himself, they'll always be there. I'll always be able to come back. They'll always be there when I get back. But then there was the one time they weren't there. And what's more is that they died violently. What's more is it wasn't some accident, like a car accident or something that couldn't be foreseen. It was a planned execution. And because of his nature, he thought he should have been able to stop it, and he wasn't there to protect them. So that guilt of not being there to protect them, which again, there's no guarantee. We saw multiple times in the Punisher series that they were like, Frank, we've run all the scenarios. You would have died if you'd been there that day. Although, plot armor, maybe not, but you get my point. But the fact that he couldn't be there to protect them, and what's more is that he could have and should have spent more time with them when they were alive. That is what's eating him up, right? The storytelling time, like his daughter, like I said, she wouldn't go to sleep. He had the ability to put her to sleep when she was upset. She loved to read stories with him when she was long past the age of needing someone to read stories with him, doing fun things with his son, bonding with his wife. There's so many things he could have and should have done when they were still here, and he chose not to because of him and his own issues around being open and vulnerable with them, right? And so that's really what eats him up. That's what, is really torturing him now. And honestly, it's what he needs the help with, right? And we didn't see anything in this little special special episode, but if you know from the series, Kurt tried for years to get Frank to do proper therapy. He's like, bro, you out of all of us. He's like, I know what we did, and I didn't even do half of what you did, and I needed a hell of a lot of therapy. You need therapy. But, Frank was always like, he doesn't want to open up the Pandora's box of his emotions. He's scared of them. That's the problem. If he actually did, he'd be a much healthier person. But, he likes the rage. The rage is comfortable. The anger is comfortable. Feeling the pain is more comfortable to him than dealing with those emotions. It should probably go back a lot further than what happened with his family. But anyway, this whole show kind of just gave us a little insight into what's going on in his brain and why, he's doing everything to distract himself. Because once again, he had nothing to do, right? He took out all the people he knew of that were associated with taking out his family. That was his mission since he found out his family died, right? It was literally get to the people who took my family down. He had one objective, and that objective kept him from having to dwell too much on his guilt and his PTSD. But now that's done. And that's why you saw him say several times through this episode, what do I do now? What do I do? What is my purpose? Because just sitting here, I can't sit here idle because now my thoughts and my feelings are coming and I can't deal with those. And he was, like I said, doing everything, working out to the point of exhaustion, cutting himself up with his hands and stuff from excessive working out, vomiting from working out too much, drinking to the point of vomiting, popping pills to the point of vomiting, like just anything to distract himself, and then numbing, right? And again, I mentioned it in the episode, showing how different he is from your typical Marvel superhero, right? Walking through his messed up neighborhood, which is kind of his fault in a way because he took out the family that used to control it to some degree, but walking through this neighborhood and seeing crime after crime after crime after crime after crime, but still choosing to just pretend it's just noise because he's still in his own head about his own PTSD. And again, it's not completely Frank, because we all know in the comics, he does go after people doing wrong things. But as I said, he's not quite the Daredevil kind of person who will go out of his way. He's more of the person who usually has an objective and then he'll let stuff go on because he's like, it's not my problem today, right? So anyway, we see that that's really what it was all about. He needed to find a purpose. And then when he went to the grave and he was talking to his family and saying he's tired, he wasn't just talking about, physically, which he would be from all that he does, but mentally and emotionally, he's exhausted from trying to hide from his feelings and not having a way to channel all this negative emotion. And, we see that he considered taking his life. But as I said, it's the one thing about Frank Castle that's been very consistent is that if he dies, that's not going to be the way he goes. He's not the kind of person to give up on life like that. Does he care about dying? Not necessarily. Like if he's fighting, he'll go into battle, he'll go into dangerous situations, recognizing that dying is a very real possibility, but that would be because someone else took him out. He's not the kind who self-exits. So I knew he was never going to pull that trigger, but I do like that, he visualizes what matters to him, his kids, his daughter in particular. And that's kind of what keeps him realizing that he's still here for better or worse. In the Punisher series, they talked about that for better or worse, Frank is alive. He should have been dead that day with his family. He's not used that opportunity that he was given to use these skills to do what he does, which is take out bigger problems and clean things up. So yeah, the fact that he had that and the callback to little girl Charlie that he'd seen in the store earlier that day, I think that was a really nice callback for him. And the fact that, again, that choice that he made, right? He could have gone after that last Nucci-ho and ended it for real, because she's definitely going to try again, but he made a choice. In that moment, he said, instead of me just going after pure vengeance, which is what I used to be about, I'm going to go save that little girl. I couldn't save mine, but I can save that little girl. I can do that. That's what I can do with my skills. That's a focal point for me that will be consistent, right? Because revenge, there usually comes an end to it, but at least with what he's going to do now, which is, of course, become the Punisher we know, that's going to be a recurring set of things for him to focus on. So that will help him somewhat to keep the demons at bay, but he really does need therapy and likely some real medication. But yeah, that was a really good little short. It wasn't very long, but yeah, it just gave us, that Punisher fix. I love, like I said, the way they choreograph the fights with Punisher are so unique and I like it. And, the fact that Bernthal insists on doing it all is very nice to see. He's very passionate about this character and it comes through in the way he portrays him. So it makes it a lot of fun to watch. So yeah, again, I'm still not sure of where this falls in the timeline of the Daredevil world, but I guess it doesn't really matter at this point. I really do hope he keeps the beard. I ain't gonna lie, kind of like it. Going into whatever he does next, I'm hoping to see him in Defenders. I'm not sure if he's gonna be there, but yeah, I look forward to whatever's coming next with the Punisher for sure. But yeah, I enjoyed this, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along. If you did, please show some love, and I will see you in the next one.